live stream is working. It's working. I didn't know this was taken by Swamini ji. Swamini also took this, Upadesha. Hmm? Huh? Yeah. You were there? You didn't go? Hmm? But it will be different. With the Brahma Sutta background, it has to be different. Ah. Other? Yeah, yeah. Other groups now? Ah. Any group? Mm-hmm. Live stream. Whoever want to listen, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll start. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Satgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavitvaram Manojavam Marutatulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayutamukhyam Sriramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kridau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punah Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Syamalako Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasaikacharu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamshanatham. So we are going to start today the Upadesha Sara, written by Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi has written, he was not interested in authoring any book, but somebody asked, he does it. He has written only 2 books mainly. One is Saddarshanam, another is Upadesha Saram. Upadesha Saram is considered a comprehensive text, whereas Saddarshanam is not considered a comprehensive text because it is dealing with only one topic, that is Jnanam, enquiry. So that is the primary means for moksha, and all other topics are secondary means for moksha, like karma, bhakti, yoga, all these are considered secondary means for moksha. That doesn't mean that it's not important, but it makes one student qualify for moksha. So gaining qualification, the secondary means are important. So the context in which this Upadesha Saram came into existence also very important. In Ramana Maharshi's ashram there was a Tamil poet, the name was Muruganar. This Muruganar was writing a story on Lord Shiva in Tamil, taken from Puranas. So an occasion came where in his story, that Lord Shiva is giving Upadesha to the ascetics lived in Darugavanam. So these ascetics were karmatas. Now who are the karmatas and all that, their arguments we have seen in Tattu Samanyayat, right? So the same argument, the main argument is that they are believers of Veda, but at the same time they don't accept a God. For them, the Vedas are eternal, the creation is eternal, and therefore, when you perform the ritual given in the Vedas, the result will come automatically. Like the laws in nature, if you jump from 13th floor, you will fall down. It is a law. So the same way, if you perform the ritual, the result will come. There need not be any karma phala dhata, somebody presiding over it. It is not necessary. So there is no God sitting there deciding on the results. If you perform the ritual, the result will come. This is one theory of karmatas. Then the second theory is that karma itself will give you moksha. That is why they have the eternal heaven. The eternal heaven concept is not something that is Christianity's. It is not, they are not the one who discovered this. It is already there in our Karma Kanda portion, eternal heaven. And they have so many other theories also. There are special karmas if you do, you will stay in heaven forever. So this is their theory. Like Vapi Kupa Tatakati. Suppose there is a water shortage and you go and make some tube well and supply water to the people. Even after you die, as a result of this punya karma, you go to heaven. And as long as people are benefited from your tube well, you will remain in heaven forever. And this point is refuted by Bhagavan Shankaracharya, that your tube well, how long it will be there? We don't know. Because so many calamities have happened. A tsunami happened, and the whole thing will collapse. So you will come back, Shine Punne Mattilogam Vishanti. So there are so many loopholes in that theory. So, but then they say there are special rituals. And those rituals, if you perform, the results are permanent. That is their theory. This is called Karma Kanda. Now, these Mahatmas, these rishis, they were married. They are married rishis, okay. So like our old, like Vyasa Bhagavan, or Bhrigu Rishi, Sapta Rishis, they were all married. Same way. Sannyasa Parampara came afterwards. Sannyasa Parampara came after Shuka Maharishi, I think. Shuka, Gaudapada, Govinda Hodapada, Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya is the one who gave us the uniform, sannyasi's uniform. Before that, there was no uniform. Because during Shankara's time, there were other sannyasis, like Buddhist sannyasis. They had uniform. So how to distinguish from Buddhist monks to Hindu monks? Bhagavan Shankara had to introduce this sannyasi dress. That is why all the sannyasis are wearing dhoti. Because Shankaracharya is from south. That's why. Even in north also, they learned to wear dhoti. In our ashram there was a problem. This North Indian were given sannyasam, but they don't know how to wear a dhoti. So it was a problem, and every time it was falling down. And they had to put some, belt or some string they tie and all that, all kinds of problems. And we were used to it, we don't have any problem. We can walk, run, everything with it, no problem. But they had a lot of problems. But anyway, Shankaracharya is the one who introduced this. So this Rishi Parampara, so they were all married, they were performing rituals, and since they performed rituals, they are great people, there is no doubt about it. Lord Shiva thought that it is time that I should teach them the limitation of karma and bring them to the next level. With that intention, Bhagavan took the form of a young ascetic. And these Brahmanas, one day, these rishis, they decided to perform a Mahayajna, like Atirudram and all that, they were performing. So, the ladies were busy making preparation for what you call prasadam and all that at home. And the men were performing the rituals in the Yajnashala. So, Lord Shiva thought, and he had an agreement with his friend Vishnu. Both are very good friends. Lord Shiva and Vishnu, they are very good friends. Only the devotees are not friends. Between them there is no problem, they are great friends. The Lord Shiva told him to come and help him. Because Bhagavan Vishnu is very famous in taking the form of Mohini to entice people. So, Lord Vishnu took the form of Mohini, and these ascetics were doing rituals, swaha, swaha, swaha. That time Mohini walked by. Their attention were diverted, and they left the Yajnashala and went after her. Everybody went after her, and after some time they went into the jungle. She disappeared. Now when she disappeared, they thought of their wives. Otherwise they were not thinking about their wives. So when you are after somebody and that person you don't get, then you think about your own wife, you see. So when they came back, they thought of where are our wives. Meantime what happened was, Lord Shiva went to all these ladies in a very beautiful, handsome looking monk, ascetic. And they left cooking and all that, they went after him. And Bhagavan took them to a nearby forest under a vatavriksha. He sat, and these ladies sat with him, looking at him, listening to his satsanga. Now the ascetics, when they not found their wife at home, they were angry. What happened? They went in search of them and finally found that they are sitting with this young monk. They got angry with him and they started, they call it as apichara vidya. They know apichara vidya. Apichara vidya means ritual, but it is directed towards your enemy. Called black magic in other. So this black magic also is form of ritual only. So especially in Atharvana Veda, these things are there. The tantric vidya. Tamasic tantric vidya. Sattvic service. Tantra vidya is also there, sattvic. But there are tamasic. And they performed all that, created animals, some kind of bhoot, pishaj, and all that. They create and send it to Bhagavan. Tiger, a lion, elephant. But Bhagavan sitting there smiling, nothing affected him. When they exhausted all their resources, then they start thinking, hey, we are great in our own way with our rituals, but whatever we did, nothing is affecting him. And he is not a very strong looking person. It is very puny fellow and single. Nothing is affecting him. He must be having some other power. So what is that power? So please teach us. So then Bhagavan decided to teach. So this is the portion. Muruganar, when it came, he thought that he will not be able to write this. So he went up to Ramana Maharshi and said, this portion you should write. That is how Ramana Maharshi ended up in writing this 30 verses in Tamil first, because the Muruganar version was in Tamil. Then he translated that into Sanskrit. Then afterwards he did that in Telugu. Then afterwards he did that in Malayalam also. So 4 languages. Now you know a little bit of Ramana Maharshi's story. He was born in Ramanad district. Ramanad. Yeah. 1879 to 1950. That was his lifetime. So, Sundaram Iyer, Tiruchuri, Ramanad district. That is where he was born. So Sundaram Iyer was his father. Father passed away when he was young. Then mother, and we are staying with his uncle's house in Madurai. So his elder brother was taking care of the family. So those days, British education, you had to pay fee also. So Ramana Maharshi, his original name was Venkat Ramana. So afterward the Venkat was dropped and Ramana remained. So he was a very ordinary child. There was nothing special about him. Only special about him was when he sleeps, he's completely dead to the world. That was only speciality. People used to carry him also, but he won't wake up. But when he was 14-year-old, he happened to see a dead body being carried. He asked, what is this? He said, that is somebody is dead, his body being carried to the cremation ground. That struck him suddenly, what is death? When he wanted to experiment the death, so he went to the room, closed the door, windows, everything. He lay down on the floor and he pretended that I am dead. And a dead man will not breathe, so he stopped breathing. And when he stopped breathing, suddenly he realized that there is a mysterious power in him that took over him. That experience was something new, something mysterious. So therefore, it did not last long, but then suddenly he became addicted. He wanted to go back to that experience. So most of the time, the day, he started experimenting on it. So, this was noticed by his brother. He had no interest in food or going to study or nothing. So it alarmed the brother if he doesn't study. So just scolded him. If you want to be a Swamiyar, house is not the place. So just to encourage him. But Ramana took it literally. Oh, house is not the right place. Okay, where is the place? He heard in his childhood Tiruvannamalai. So in our south there is a Shiva is worshipped in Panchabhutas. In Kalahasti, Lord Shiva is worshipped as Vayu. Kalahasti is near Tirupati. When Tiruvannamalai is worshipped as Agni, fire. And in Chidambaram, Lord Shiva is worshipped as Akasha. That's called Chidambara Rahasyam. They show you Akasha. There are two more. Water and earth. Tiruvanika. And earth. Kanjipuram. Okay. Yeah, these are the 5 elements. Kanjipuram also there are 2 Kanjis. Shiva Kanji, Vishnu Kanji. So this Tiruvannamalai is, Lord Shiva is worshipped as fire. So this temple's name he heard and he desired to go there also. He entertained a desire to go there. But he didn't get time. Now that his brother has told him, if you want to be a Swami, this is not the place. So he decided to leave the home. He didn't know where to go, but he heard of Tiruvannamalai. So the brother has given him fees, school fee. So that money he took. He left a note also. You know, the way he wrote was also very nice. This is going. He did not write, I am going. This is going. No need to spend money to search for me. I will be all right. Thus he left a note and left. And he didn't know where this Tiruvannamalai was. He took a train. Whatever money he had, he bought a ticket and then he took the train. And afterwards he inquired where is Tiruvannamalai. But he was in a wrong train. Then they had advised him to go to another train. And he didn't have money at that time, finished because he already finished the ticket. Then he had 2 earrings, golden earrings. Olden days we used to wear earrings. Even I had a earring. This hole is there. So he took that and then went to a pawn shop and then pledged that, got some money. With that he took another train and finally reached Tiruvannamalai. And before going to the temple, he thought of shaving off your hair. He shaved off. And he had this punul, Yajnapavidam. That also he took it out. And he had some money leftover money. All those things he put it in the temple tank, threw it. They're all sannyas, unconsciously. Then he was thinking of taking a shower. That time, shower came automatically. heaven showered. So then, drenched in rainwater, completely purified, he entered the temple. And he stood in front of the sanctum sanctorum. And he said, Father, I have come. Therefore, it is believed that Ravana Maharshi was none other than Muruga, Skanda. People mentioned at that time to him, he did not say no. He didn't reject it. So we think that he is avatara of Skanda. Then what happened? He sat in front of the temple, started meditation. That's what he was experimenting at home. But Pujari won't allow. He has to close the door, and he said, no, this is not the place to sit, and you have to go out. So Ramana waited. He went downstairs. Under the temple, there are a place, some room is there, where they put this Dharmalyam. So he sat there. Nobody disturbed him. He himself was black, dark. The room was dark, so nobody can see. He sat there and went into Samadhi. He didn't know. For days. There was a Mahatma who used to come. Forgot his name. That Mahatma used to go around. He never spoke to anybody. He never spoke. But when he go around, when he went around the temple, at one point he used to make some noise. People notice this, this Mahatma, he never speak, but this place is making some noise. So they were suspicious. They went down and saw this boy sitting there. And they all brought him up, carried him. By the time they carried him, all his legs are all eaten by the insects and all that, because there are so many things, inside there. It is a unkept room. So they brought him out, gave him a bath, and by the time the news spread that Bala Yogi has come, people come to see him and offering fruits, that and this and all that, and they all want, Ashirwad from him, prostrations. And Ramana saw this. I thought it's not going to work. I am not interested in that. He disappeared overnight and went into a cave there in the mountain. With the Vrindavan mountain, there are caves. He went into a cave, started meditating. Nobody knew where he left. But look at this, when Bhagavan, you dedicate completely to Bhagavan. Bhagavan provide you food. So whenever he is out of dhyana, he used to come out. When he come out, the cowherd people, the children, they used to feed him. He is a runaway child, lost completely, he has no family, so they used to feed him. You read in Wanderings in the Himalayas, Tapovanji Maharaj story also. So he was thinking, he was hungry. Now when he was hungry, he was not worried. He was wondering how Bhagavan is going to feed me. That time, then the heights of Himalayas, nobody there. Suddenly a dacoit came, it seems, on a horse. Asked him, "Hey, you have anything? Take it out." He said, "I have nothing." That is not possible at this place. People will carry something. Then somebody came down, another person came down from the horse and checked all over him. Nothing is there. Then the head of the dacoit, he asked him, "Are you eaten something?" He said, "No." So he had his wife has given, box, lunch box. Yes, he's going to his duty. So that he shared with Guru Swamiji, it seems. He said that was the tastiest food I ever had. Because one thing is hungry, another is in a remote place. So, Bhagavan feeds. This went on for some time. Then one day, a great Pandita, great scholar called Kavyakanda Ganapati Shastri Muni, he discovered Ramana. He saw in him what I heard, what I read, what I studied in the Upanishads. He is here sitting in front of me. So he persuaded him to come out. They made a kutia for him and made him stay there. Then slowly people came to know. And after some time, his mother also came and joined him. Slowly that ashram became famous, Ramana ashram. Ramana used to just sit there. He never used to talk much, but in his presence, people felt all their questions are answered. He attained Samadhi in 1950. When he attained Samadhi, even the clock stopped, it seems. I think it is still there in that Ramanashram. Now with that introduction, we can start. So this is written in what raga? Anybody knows? Subhavana. Karturatnyaya Karturatnyaya prapyate phalam karma kim param karma tacchatam kritimaho tato patana karanam Phalamashashvatam Gati Nirodhakam Ishwararpitam Nechaya Kritam Chittashodhakam Mukti Sadhakam Punnavaraaliya Punnavaraali ragu Punnagavaraali ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಶಂಗ ಪುನ್ನಾಗವರಾಳಿಯ ಓಕೆ ಓ You also wrote Punnag. So everybody knows Punnagavarali. So kartuhu atneya phalam prapyate chatam karma param kim bhavati. Simple. Very simple language. Because Ramana Maharshi was not a Sanskrit scholar, thank God for that. Again, in Saddarshanam it was written by a Sanskrit scholar. You can see the difficulty. That was translated by Kavyaganda Ganapati Shastri. He didn't write Sanskrit, he wrote in Tamil. That was translated by Kavyaganda Ganapati Muni. So, Kartuhu Atneya, command. So, the first half of this verse, Bhagavan refutes the Karmakanda theory. Karmakanda theory is what? God is not necessary. Bhagavan says, through the mouth of Lord Shiva, what he said, Kartuhu Atneya Phalam Prapyate. Now this was told in Gita also, isn't it? Third chapter. Yajñārthāt karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya muktas sangas samachara. All other activities other than dedicated to the Lord, everything will be binding in nature. Anyatra karmanaha, all other activities other than dedicating to the Lord is binding in nature. So, if Lord is not there, all karmas are binding in nature. Yajna means Yajño vai Vishnuhu. Unless all activities are dedicated to the Lord, it will be binding in nature. Bhagavan said that in Gita. The same way, Kartuhu Atneya Phalam Prapyate. So, not only Bhagavan is necessary for performing the action, but when it comes to giving the result also, Lord is necessary. As Bhagavan said in 15th chapter, Ham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashridaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachami Annam Chaturvitam. Ah. So, without his presence in you, you cannot even. Why? Karma being jadam. See, karma is given in the scriptures. In the pages of the Vedas, the karmas are written. That itself will not give you phalam unless you perform it. Isn't it? There must be a karta or kartuhu. A doer must be there. Kartu has got 2-3 meanings are there. Here it is the creator, kartuhu, the one who created the world. Another meaning is one who is performing the action. Kalo kartu. The one who is performing the action, karma. So karma cannot give automatically result unless somebody performs it. So karma being jadam, it cannot itself give you phalam. So karta should be there, kartu. So before that kartu is who? Karta is Paramatma. I told you that in the Brahma Sutra class. Remember? Consciousness reflected in the mind is aham. Then aham sees the world. Aham means ahankara. Ahankara sees the world. Then what happened? Mamakara comes. This is called samsara. Simple. So who is exactly functioning through the mind and through the mind to the world is none other than Paramatma. So this ahankara is none other than Paramatma, consciousness. So who is really acting? It is Bhagavan. So while performing the action also, you need the Lord. Now when it comes to the result, then also you need Bhagavan. Why? Because there are innumerable laws. When it comes to karma theory, there are millions of laws. It is like something like an astrologer predicting. An astrologer has to predict. He has to look at all the 9 grahas, their sthanas, and who is looking at whom. Whether they are in their susthana or other sthanas. Because each planet has got their own position. But they move. When they move, then they are in somebody else's position. Then what is the result? And suppose both are diagonally opposite. Suppose they are born enemies and they are diagonally against it, then also a problem. Now, each one has got what you call, we are born in particular Rashi or particular Graha, that has got this, what you call the, see, when you tell your date of birth, the time of birth, they calculate back from when you are conceived. Yeah. And then that particular time of conception is considered your Rashi, your particular Lagna. And from that Lagna they will find out which graha you are born, whether Rahu Desha you are born or Shukra Desha you are born. Then 9 months is deducted from that. So Shukra Desha is 20 years. So out of 20 years, 9 months is gone. Then in that Shukra Desha 20 years, this 9 grahas comes. Each one is divided into 2.5 years, 2.5 years, 2.5 years like that. And in that 2.5 years also, these 9 grasa again come. So then only they can, zero into today's. So like that, so much of calculation is required. It's all mathematics. So, same way, karma theory also, there are so many rules are there. See, rules by itself will not give punishment or reward. Otherwise, civil laws itself punish, then you don't need a lawyer, you don't need a judge. After listening to both the parties, the judge has to make a decision, isn't it? The same way, when it comes to karma phala, then also a presiding deity is required. That is Bhagavan. And if you say the law gives the result, Karmadas theory is that law gives the result. Question is whose law it is. That you jump from 30th floor, that particular law of gravitation, whose law it is. So therefore, kartuhu ajnaya prapyate phalam. Phalam prapyate. So if you interpret the work, karma, then what happened? You should be able to command the result also. Isn't it? The problem is, your action itself is dependent upon so many factors. Your mood of that day, your time availability. Is it not? See, simple making a sambar, every day it is different, isn't it? It is the same ingredients, but it all depends upon your mood, time availability, etc. Sometimes you forget to add some ingredients also. It must have been ready, cut and ready, but you will forget to put. Why? Mind has gone somewhere. I have seen many times my bhiksha, Swamiji, I forgot to bring one. I cooked and kept on the table, but I forgot. There are some cases like that, right? But, so, every action will not give you the desired result. It all depends upon so many factors. So therefore, there must be somebody there to decide the result according to the type of action, according to the quality of action, how the result should be. So that karma kim param, karma being limited, time-wise limited, action-wise limited, space-wise limited, How can a limited karma be giving you infinite? Param, supreme. Parichalokan karmachitan nirvedamayat brahmanaha nasti akritakritena tatvijnanartham gurumeva vigacchestu triyam brahmanishtam samitpanihi. Familiar? This verse, this mantra, Undaka. Lokan pariksha, experimenting the world. Karmachitan, Narvedamayat. Narvedamayat means become Vairagi. Brahmanaha nasti akrita kritena. Kritena akritaha na asti. Krita means karma. With limited karma, akrita means what? That which is unborn, uncreated. What is that uncreated? Is Bhagavan, the Lord, Paramatma. He is not created by anybody. He is self-born. You can't even say self-born, okay? That is also a problem. You are still telling born, there is a problem. The time involved, space involved. So he is ever there. He is always there. So that the uncreated cannot be created by limited karma. This he understands. Therefore, to know that truth, he should seek a guru and he should approach him with samitpani. Samitta means those firewoods he collected from in the forest. Take him to his guru as an offering. So, karturatneya prapyate phalam karma kim param karma taj jadam. Jadam karma, how can it give you supreme infinite? Okay, clear? That's why karma theory, karma can give you only 4 results that we know. Utpatyam, apyam, utpadyam, samskaryam, parinamyam. This we saw. Remember, apyam, reaching, utpadyam, creation, samskaryam, purification, then parinama means modification. These are the things karma can do. And Paramatma is beyond that. You cannot reach Paramatma. Reaching is possible only when that thing which is not now, later you can reach, isn't it? Because you are not there now, so you can reach. Paramatma being everywhere, so there is no need to reach. He is with you. Then Utpadyam, producing. You cannot produce Paramatma after a ritual. You cannot produce Paramatma after what? tapas, upasana, or meditation, you cannot purify Paramatma because he is ever pure. You cannot modify Paramatma because to modify you have to have some qualities, attributes, that also not there, attributeless. So all the four are not possible. So karma kim param bhavati. So there is a Lord. Hey, he must have appointed somebody to take charge, but maybe not directly, like Yamaraj, that we say. Karma phalam. Karma phala dhata in charge. May not be doing directly, but indirectly. But ultimate boss is him only. There is a story about Dvadashi. Ekadashi and Dvadashi. Ekadashi. Those are Rakshasa, I forgot his name. He got a boon from Brahmaji that he will not be killed by all the three trinities, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So he became so proud. He went and challenged Yamaraj. Said that I have come to conquer Yamalok. So if I conquer Yamalok, then I have no death. I'll go beyond death. And I can decide whom I should kill. Because Yamaraj, So Yamaraj said, you can conquer me, I will give you the Yamalok also. But there is one problem. I have another boss. Who is that? That is Lord Vishnu. He may not like it. So then he said, okay, I will go and fight with him. I will conquer him. Then after I conquer him, I'll come back to you. So I said, okay, go. So he went and challenged the Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu said, okay, let us go out and fight. So they start fighting between these two, Mahavishnu and Rakshasa. And Rakshasa was very confident that I have a boon, that I cannot be conquered by Vishnu, so he cannot defeat me. So he started fighting with enthusiasm. Finally, after a long time, so many days they fought. After a long time, the Rakshasa became tired. And Bhagavan Vishnu took his chakra, cut off his head. At that time, the Rakshasa said, okay, go ahead and cut off my head. And Bhagavan looked at him and said, you are tired now. You are a Veera Purusha. Therefore, I should not kill you when you are tired. You go and take rest and get rejuvenated, become strong. Then come back again. I'll fight with you. He said, okay. He went back and Bhagavan Vishnu went into meditation in a cave. And this Rakshasa, after taking rest for some time, he got rejuvenated, got back his strength. Then he discovered that Vishnu is in meditation in a cave. Now this is the right chance to go and kill him when he is in meditation. So he entered the cave slowly, slowly. He was about to near Bhagavan's meditation seat. That time, suddenly a power came and pushed him. And then he looked at, there was a lady standing there. He said, "Who are you?" She said, "You have vowed that Lord Vishnu cannot kill you. But Brahmaji did not bless you. Vishnu's power cannot kill you. Vishnu's Shakti cannot kill you." That he didn't say. I am born of Mahavishnu from his Ekadasha senses. I am born and I am called Ekadashi. So I am your death. So she cut off his head and saved the world from this Rakshasa. And then Bhagavan got up from his meditation and she apologized. Bhagavan, sorry, without your permission I killed him. He said, "No, no, no, you should be congratulated. Thank you for killing him." And he blessed her. Whoever observe Ekadashi, my blessings will be there. So that is Ekadashi. Why did I tell that? Karma power, yes. Karma phalam. If Bhagavan is there, he will be able to nullify also, modify also. We have to accept him. So karma yoga you cannot practice without bhakti. Bhakti means acceptance of Bhagavan's. So kartuajnaya prapyade phalam karma kimparam karma tacchatam kritimakho dadau bhavat patana karanam phalama shashvatam yati nirodhakam. Kritimaho tato patana karanam phalama shashvatam yati nirodhakam. Husband and wife went to a doctor, complained. My husband is talking in his dream. Doctor examined the patient and said, "Please allow him to speak waking time. Then he will not speak in the dream." So kriti, suppose you don't follow this, understand this principle. What principle? Lord is the karmaphala dhata and Lord himself is the doer. If these two things you have not understood, what will happen? Kriti Mahotato. Maha Utati, ocean. Kriti, karma is a Maha ocean. Is it not? Any karma you take, any little thing start, then it will bind you. It will multiply. You remember the story of Kaupina? Multiply. So, that is called Maha Udadi. One lead to another. All the what you call chain stores, what you call multi-billion projects, big companies like McDonald's, what is that? Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. Then what is that? Dunkin' Donuts. And what is that? Coffee wala kya? Starbucks. All these people, if you learn the story, how they started, it was all in their backyard, isn't it? How become big corporation. That is the nature of karma. It starts small and then slowly it becomes big. That's called Kriti Maha Udhati. Even if you do Punya Karma, then also to enjoy Punya Karma Phalam, you have to come back. Why? Phalam ashashvatam. Result of any action. That is called phalam, means perishable. Fruit. You must have seen, when they transport fruit perishable there, right? Phalam. And not only that, geti nirodhakam. It take you away from the goal. See, if it is only Maha Utatau Patana Karanam, Phalam Ashashvatam, it is okay. But it take you away from the path. How? Suppose you perform a karma, the result is joy, isn't it? For that only we work. All karmas are performed for what? Getting happiness. Now that happiness lasts how long? Being karma phala, it lasts only short time. Even though the joy lasts only short time, but the bondage is permanent, isn't it? Why? You want to do it again. So, once you get into that mire of action, reaction, karma, karma phala, then karma anubhava. So, kartritva bhavana, bhoktritva bhavana, etc. comes. Then what happened? It takes you away from the goal. Goal is what? Moksha. That for that only we have come to this world. That is forgotten. Gati nirodhakam. get fascinated by chocolate that you can get. Chocolate. You forget about the goal. Gati Nirothakam. That's why Hanumanji, when he jumped from that Mahendra Parvat, on the way, there was Mainak Parvat came and said, take a rest and go. But Hanumanji said, Rama kaju kare bina mohi kaho visram. Without accomplishing Bhagavan's work, that is a goal. Where is rest for me? All the obstacles he overcame. Why? Because only one thought he had in mind, Ramakarya. We are also like this. If you have a goal in mind, then all our laziness will go, all our lethargy will go. And what happened? Temptation also will go. Party going stops. Movie watching will stop. So that, suppose you want to get a PhD, then what happens? Party going on. You will tell people, don't call me. I am busy. Gati Nirothakam. So karma itself become an obstacle in the path of your highest goal. That is Gati. So Kritimaho tatau patanakaranam phalamashashvatam Gati Nirothakam. Now what is the remedy? See, in 3 verses, the whole Karma Kanda is analyzed and shown the problem. What is karma, the dosha of karma, and how to remedy it. Ishwararpitam nechaya kritam chitta shodhakam mukti sadhakam. Ishvara arpitam karma. Karma shabda to be added everywhere. Na ichchaya kritam karma. Chitta shodhakam karma. Mukti sadhakam karma. Karma will not take you to moksha. Okay. Karma will qualify you. It gives you the required qualification. Now, arpitam karma. Ishvara arpitam karma. That you know meaning. Offering. Arpitam. Archana. Offering to Bhagavan. Now what is this offering? You should know. Simply saying, Bhagavan, I am giving to you. You are not giving anything. You are just telling. So that Like that, when we are offering prasadam to Bhagavan, hmm, what are you? Why are you offering so generously? Yeah, you know Bhagavan is what it takes. 1 kilo peda. Suppose you offer 1 kilo peda, Bhagavan took everything. Ganesh Bhagavan took everything. Not even one for prasada you don't get. Next day will you give for 1 kilo? No. One will do, isn't it? Uh-huh. This is called archana. Archana. Arpitam, physically it is like that, offering to Bhagavan. But what exactly makes you offer to Bhagavan? What is the real offering? The real offering is that I am giving you, this ego has to go. That is the real offering. Ishwararpitam karma. I am the doer. The doership has to go. Now how it will go? To understand that Lord alone is working. Only in that knowledge. For a bhakta, it doesn't matter. For him, everything is Bhagavan. Ishvaracha. But for people who are intellectuals, these are the problem. Strong ego comes. The more you are educated, stronger the ego. Ishwararpitam. Next one is na ichchaya kritam. That's a very tough topic. Without ichcha, nobody can do work, right? Without desire. Now here there is a trick. What is that? See, kamya karma. There are 5 types of karma. Nitya karma, naimitya karma, kamya karma, nisiddha karma, prayachitta karma. Right? Now out of that, kamya karma is the one. Desire prompted activity. Nitya, naimitya karma, together we call it as niyatam kuru karmattam karmachayokya karmanaha. Bhagavan said this you should do. Niyatam karma. Nitya naimitya karmas. But then what is that standing out is kamya karma. Kamya karma, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, na ichchaya kritam karma. That's what says it. He has not explained, he just said. And he is expecting us to know. For that, study of Shastra is very important. Na ichchaya kritam karma. What is this? Now in 3rd chapter, Bhagavan said, there are desires which you have picked up. There are desires which are born with you. There are 2 types of desires. When I was growing up as a childhood, I never had a desire for a cell phone. Now, this age, this country, this development, now we have picked up a desire, cell phone. I can give up also that, because it is picked up. But there are desires that are born with you that explode in your intellect at some time when you least expect it. What to do? Tayoho vasham na agacche tauhasya paripantino. Bhagavan said that. In Gita, everything is said, okay? You have to look at it again and again, then only you will understand the depth of it. When such vasanas explode in your intellect and you feel helpless, Bhagavan says, offer to me mentally. So, na ichchaya kritam means you will be doing the action, but don't get attached to the results. You do the action and say, Bhagavan, whatever be the result, I am ready for it. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva evam papam avapsasi. These are all points to be noted. So settle for the result first, then plunge into activities. Mind is calm, quiet, peaceful. Such a mind, if you perform action, you are successful. So, desire will prompt you to action, but while acting it, what should be your attitude? I am ready for success or failure. With that attitude, if you stay and work, then what happened? Bhagavan will bless you with good result. But don't insist on the result. Naichaya kritam also means I must get this result. Otherwise, till I get it, I will not give up. That kind of problem. Then you are bound. Chitta Shodhakam, Mukti Sadhakam. These two words we'll see next class. Okay? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Eighth is Wednesday, no? 7th.